Hello everybody, this is Archangel Michael with the Phantom Regiment, here to talk with you a little bit about something that I picked up recently, and that's going to be the Maxxloader 2000 by Maxxloader out of Germany. This is a backpack feed system that is going to really change the way the heavy gunner role is played in paintball. It holds roughly 2,200 paintballs, so a little bit over a case, and manages to feed those via a hose into your marker through the feed neck. It'll keep up pretty well with most guns out there on the market. They claim up to 20 balls a second. I haven't really measured that yet, but it seems to be pretty close to that, or at the very least it keeps up with the gun as I'm shooting it. Now I've got mine fed into this Defender with an adapter that I put together, but you can mount it onto pretty much any gun that has a feed neck. It's mounted onto a frame. So it's a framed backpack, and that helps distribute the weight. You've got the hip straps and shoulder straps combined, so you can get an even balance there. It's very stable as you're running around with it because of that. And it also has this really big tank pouch at the bottom. So far, I haven't run into a tank that doesn't fit into it. I've got a 100 CI Gorilla tank in there now. I've seen some of the European guys running those massive 3-liter European tanks they have. So you're not going to have any issues there. For your big games like your Living Legends, your EMR Castle, your Ion, this thing is going to be a game changer for those final battle moments. Now that being said, for your small rec day games, your 10-minute matches, this thing may be a little bit of overkill. It's going to be a lot more weight than you probably need to carry for something like that. Not saying that you couldn't do it. I've done it a couple of times. It was a lot of fun. It may be a little bit of overkill for that. Now, I'll just talk about some of the concerns that I've heard when this thing was first coming out, and having had an opportunity to witness some of this firsthand. One of the things that came up was the question about, will paint inside of this thing break easily since there's nothing to keep it from moving around? They didn't put any sort of baffling or padding on the inside of it, and I think that was mostly for ease of construction and ease of cleaning. In my experience, I really haven't had a big issue with that. I think because of the volume inside of there and the fact that the paint can slide around a little bit before it strikes anything, it doesn't really seem to want to break in there. I've only had one ball break inside of this thing, and that was more user error as I went to step into a bunker and struck the pack directly on the structure as I went in. Not a good move on my part. Now, I've also experienced with it that because the paint is free to move around some, the load can shift if you let this thing get down to about half to a third full. And you'll get a running start at a bunker, and when you get to it and try and stop, the paint will roll up the inside of the pack and make you kind of want to lose your balance. Take that into account. That being said, all of my realistic expectations with this thing have easily been met or exceeded. This is a great pickup, and like I said in the intro, if you're looking to play heavy gunner and you know you're going to those big games, pick up one of these things. It's phenomenal. It's also just a mountain of fun to lay waste to an area. Nothing locks down a zone like concentrated fire. If you're wanting to get a chance to look at one of these things up close and personal, I know that the guys from Maxxloader are putting together a pretty extensive tour of games and events over the 2016 season. Coming up in the short future, I know they're going to be at Dreaded Legends in Tampa, Florida, or just south of Tampa, Florida, in the end of January. And then immediately thereafter, they're going to be up at the Extravaganza in DC in February to demo the product and do a tech class on one. So if you're interested in that, definitely take a look at that, those of you that are in the industry. That's going to be it for now. Thank you for taking a moment, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Keep shooting.